Go ahead.
Hi, everybody. My name is Cindy Carey. For those of you who don't know me, I've been building my Mary Kay business off and on for about 11 years. I've been with the R2 unit for the last year and a half. And we've been working on a series, Jen presented last week and Renee before that, on a Shake Up Your Makeup Bag. And that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to shake it up. We're going to find out what you don't need. We're going to find out what you need to replace. We're going to talk a little bit about how long you should keep things and how often you should trade things out. So generally speaking, Mary Kay products have a 3-year shelf life, and that's from the date of manufacture and unopened, and with the exception of anything that has SPF broadband spectrum sunscreen. And those items usually are about a 2-year shelf life. But I know that Jen covered some things with you last week about your mascaras and lip liners and eyeliners and things. And like Renee even taught us a new trick about putting a label when you open a new product is to put the date that you opened it. And I just put today's date on this one because I'm about to open this brand new mascara because it's time for me to change mine. And that way you're going to use this mascara for 3 months. And then even if you think it still has some life in it, it's best for hygiene purposes to swap that out and get a new one. And the reason why is each time that you open and put that back in, you are putting air back in there. So the oxidation process starts when the oxygen reaches the product. And, you know, we don't want to get any eye mites. That's another story for a different time. And, you know, we want to keep hygiene around those eyes safe for all of you. So anyway, in the mascaras, we have like 5 different kinds of mascaras. My particular favorite is I like the Ultimate, and I like the Lash Intensity. I don't know if you can see that. It's in our catalog, and that's the Lash Love, the Lash Love Waterproof, and the Lash Love Lengthening Mascara. But what works for me is the Ultimate and the Lash Intensity. I like the variation of the Lash Intensity brush. So that, and then your eyeliners, your liquid eyeliners, and then there's also pencil eyeliners. You get a little bit more use out of the crayons and the pencils as far as the length of time that you can use those. With eyeliners, you know, need to be replaced in about every 3 months also. And when you're using a pencil, even a brow pencil or a lip pencil, you got a sharpener that you can sharpen that with, so you get a fresh product start each time you sharpen. And our foundations, I'm a fan. The new 3D liquid foundation in this type of tube, if you can see that. And when I don't use it, I'm a mineral powder girl. I like the ease of brushing that on. And I have, you know, for years and years and years, I used cream to powder foundation, which is a little bit more solid coverage. And I put that on with a sponge. But as far as the life of your foundation, unopened, it's good for 2 years. But once you open it, then again, the shelf life is going to lessen to 6 to 12 months if you don't finish it in that length of time. I usually finish mine, but you know, let's just say for the purpose of that you used multiple products, you would want to consider making sure that you keep up with your dates on that. Again, the oxygen enters the product and the oxidation, you know, begins. And then not only does the consistency change once the oxidation process starts, is your color will change also. It won't be your true color that you were matched to. It's gonna, you know, it could change colors on you. So we want to keep you looking your best. That same thing would go for your concealers. That ours come in little tubes like this. We have the under eye corrector. That's a fabulous product, by the way. If you haven't ever tried the under eye corrector, OMG. And it has peach undertones. Let's see which one is the. Yeah, I'll show it to you. It has peach undertones, and it looks kind of like that. It's kind of hard to see in this light, I think. But I usually take a little bit of under eye corrector and I mix it with the concealer on my hand, and I blend those together. A little trick we learned from Lori Hogg, a professional makeup artist, and then dab that under your eyes with your ring finger. And it takes care of any dark circles you have under your eyes. And I particularly have a swelling place right here that I blame on my CPAP mask because I sleep with I have sleep apnea. And it really does help hide that, because if you saw me without my makeup, it's definitely a difference. So I'm a firm believer in both of those products for helping around the eye area. But you do need to, replace those at least once a year and watch for color changes in that as well. And on cheek and eye colors, every 2 years on a powder. But the cream shadows, we have cream eyeshadows now in a tube, a little bit similar to this type of container. The cream eyeshadows, they oxidize sooner than the powders, our ChromaFusion powders, and you need to replace those every 6 months. And then loose powder, like your finishing powder, we have a translucent powder. I wouldn't keep it longer than 3 years. And our powders, our translucent powder comes in a jar about the same size as our mineral powder foundation. And a little bit of it goes a long way, but, and it is important too to know that our translucent powder has talc in it. I know a lot of people are allergic to talc, so I always tell my customers what products have talc in them. For example, we have an eye primer. I don't think I brought it out, but the eye primer is a little gray tube, and it's fabulous. It works for me. Some people can't use it. Some people are, like I say, are allergic to talc, but I'm always, wanting to make sure that my customers know which products have the talc in them for your safety, in case that's a problem with you. But all of this is, we come to tell you these things because in invisible bacteria, it can thrive in products, past the prime of the product, especially in hot, humid environments. And even in your bathroom, because of the heat from the shower, can affect the makeup that's stored in the drawers in there. So if you don't throw away old products, they could become contaminated with that bacteria. And when you put it on your skin, this bacteria could cause irritation, rashes, blemishes, even skin infections, and we certainly don't want any of that. Which is why we have trusty Mary Kay consultants to teach you how to take care of your skin, right? So with that, I was going to talk about, I was talking about the lipsticks. I don't know if the lipsticks are about a year. And, it never hurts my feelings to open a new lipstick. In fact, it's a treat to, like, one of the special things once a year for me is to go to the Mary Kay seminar. And even though we had a virtual seminar this year, I got to open that new tube of lipstick. And don't you just love it when you roll that up and that little point is there and it's just like, oh, that first time, doesn't that feel good? I just love it. I just love new lipstick. OMG. It's one of my favorite things. And, there's other products that we have that are my favorite. And one of those is the Indulgent Eye Gel. And it's a little clear, I don't know if you can see that, a little clear gel. And probably can't see that. It's a light blue clear gel. You can keep it in the refrigerator. And when you come in from working in your yard or a hot day, swimming, walking, biking, bicycling, exercising, and dab that under your eyes, it's a very refreshing feeling. It's got all kinds of wonderful, healthy ingredients in it for your skin. And another one of my favorites, of course, is the infamous eye makeup remover. As you see, it's kind of separated, and you shake it up to activate it. And where did I do my cotton pad? So one of my favorite things about it is got a little mascara on there. Is how we teach that you take this off is you put it on your eye like this after you load the pad. I count to 10 and hold this over my whole eye. And after I count to 10, I give it one swipe. And the majority of all of that eye makeup and the mascara will come off in one sweep. So I'm going to try that on my hand while we, talk a little bit about that. So the other things that you can use if you get in a pickle, like I did at seminar one year. I'm going to wipe this now. See how quickly that came off? And there it is. I had a label on a shoe that was visible when I walked. I couldn't get it off. It was a sticky label. For some reason, I thought of my trusty eye makeup remover, and that sticker came right off. It also takes black magic marker off of a pink Cadillac, if any of you need to know that, especially you pink Cadillac drivers out there. Yes, indeed. If you have a son or a grandson that decided to draw you a pinstripe down the side of your pink Cadillac, Mary Kay Eye Makeup Remover will take care of that for you, and it won't scratch your car. So get a bottle for the man in the cave. All men need some of this. They really do. To wipe off that gooey stuff. So moving right along, I would like to say that in the middle of sharing all of this product information with you and the wonderful things that Mary Kay has done, I know some of you may or may not know that she started the business 57 years ago. And I was, I became a regular user in 1994. It wasn't until we entered the 21st century that I decided that I didn't need to be paying retail for my products anymore. And I had an agreement with my initial consultant. She was a sweetheart. That I bought everything I needed every 3 months, because it took me 3 months to go through my skincare routine and then my color products, my eye colors, my cheek colors. And I had an agreement with her that every 3 months, once a quarter, I bought everything I needed. And when I got ready for it, I needed it before I ran out of that last. And so at the end of that 3-month period, she would have that sitting on my brick wall outside my door. And then I would send her a check in the mail or either drop it by her house. We lived local to one another. So it's really great to have a consultant that takes care of you like that. And I hope that you will trust your consultant to do the same for you. The Mary Kay way, though, is you put faith first, family second, and career third. And I'm always amazed that this one woman built this world empire from scratch out of a $5,000 investment. And a hope and a prayer. And about 20 years ago, not quite 20 years ago, maybe 16, a little over 16 years ago, I worked for a law firm downtown Dallas, and the attorney that I worked for was actually Mary Kay corporate headquarters. He was their corporate counsel, and he gave them advisement on things that they, how to run the business. So, without disclosing anything that I shouldn't talk about, I got to see the inside workings of how that business, how Mary Kay is so successful. And I was already a customer, so it made me even more intrigued to want to become a consultant eventually. So, I started this with just wanting to get my products at wholesale, but I had no idea of the lack of glass ceiling that's in this business. Mary Kay has more multi-million-dollar millionaires than any other direct sell company. and it's been around for quite a long time. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you about was the fabulous brushes that we have. And it comes in a little sweet little carrying case like this. And you get these 3 little brushes on that side and the bigger brushes over here. And this is the basic set, and we have supplemental brushes that go along with this. You know, this is your powder brush and, you know, your cheek brush. And then all of these brushes work with applying your eye colors. And it's a nice, convenient little zip pouch that you can take with you wherever you go. Easy for travel. And another thing we like to teach about is keeping those clean. You know, we have a brush cleaner. It's only $10, and it's in a large, tall bottle. And that, you know, I clean my brushes usually at the end of every makeup application. And one of my favorite brushes, I'm getting it out of the box now, is the blender brush. Ta-da! You put a little bit of the liquid foundation, and how I do it, I watched one of our makeup guys on a video do this, and for the solid coverage and the perfect matte finish, I just dab a little bit on the brush like so. You can do it any way you want to do it. This is the way I do it. And then on my face, I go in a circular motion like that. And every time I use this brush and use this liquid foundation, somebody, wherever I go, always says, somebody that knows me, that is, they always ask, what did you do different? And all I can tell you is I think the secret is in the brush. Not to mention how fabulous the product is as well. So anyway, I'm wondering if any of you have any questions tonight that this far into what we've discussed so far. Renee, have you seen any questions from anyone?
Not yet. Let me check with Jen.
No questions so far.
No questions? Okay. Well, with what you've learned tonight, ladies, what we want you to do is, I think if any of you are on my customer list, I printed this, and this is a worksheet. It's for Shake Up Your Makeup. You list love it, like it, want to replace it, don't even use it. So that's what you would do with your makeup drawer, is list those things and, you know, categorize it, and that will help you with the process of elimination of what needs to go and what needs to be replaced. So, and one other thing I wanted to talk to you about tonight is we have from September 16th to October 15th, we have and I know there's screenshots of this also, and it's hard to see it this way, but it's Take a Peek into Life on the Pink Side. Have you ever wondered what it was like, what we do? And anyone who wants to listen to a business marketing call or a live call, there between the dates of September 16th and October 15th, your name will go in a drawing for a Kendra Scott surprise. And of course, there's a little picture there of what we're looking at. So, you know, get with your consultant if you're willing to do that for her. And there might be other prizes involved with that also. You just never know. We're always just full of surprises. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's about all that I have for you tonight. You know, just make sure that, you know, with the whole COVID thing that's going on, make sure that you know, keep your hands washed, don't touch your face, as they all talk about. If you have, I know I've had a question just today about a lady has a problem with, she has to wear a mask at work all the time, 8 hours a day, and she's starting to get that little blemish thing around her mouth. And we've got products that can help with that too. I've had a little bit of it. I haven't had to wear the mask as long as everybody since I've worked from home with my other job. But we can certainly sit down with you and figure out what works for you. And I also want to remind you that Mary Kay has a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee, and I'm a stickler and a firm believer in that. If any of my customers and any of you that have a different consultant out there, we believe in making sure that you have the products you need that make you happy and that work for you. I've had customers come back later and say, well, I just hate to do that. It's just a lipstick, or it's just a small item. I said, I don't care. We want you to be happy, because we're not out that money for that, because the corporate office reimburses us for that. And we just want you to be happy with what you're wearing. If something didn't work for you, we don't want it to go in there and be in that category of don't even use it. We never want to be in the don't even use it category with you guys, okay? We want you to use what you have, and we want you to like it, and we want you to enjoy it. So be sure to take advantage of that. If there's something you don't like, let us get you a replacement, or we can refund your money if we don't have what you like, okay? So be sure to cash in on that. And with that, Renee, didn't you say we have some specials tonight?
We absolutely do. Can you see the screen? This screen is here.
There it is.
Can you see it?
Yes, personalize your Mary Kay color look. Over here on the top left, there's the Prep the Canvas. And that offers you a foundation of your color choice. And of course, we will color match you for that. And the foundation primer. Oh, the primer. I wouldn't leave home without it. I tell you, I just wouldn't leave home without it. And the blending brush that I discussed earlier, that's all for $61. We have the Flawless Finish package, which offers you the translucent powder and the all over powder brush and the finishing spray. Oh, the finishing spray is great. I use it, I use it like a deodorant because it takes care of that moisture problem. Charlie uses it when he's, been outside working. Anyway, that's just a little tidbit more of information that you didn't ask for. That's okay. That's going to be $50 for that package. We have Eyes Have It, mascara, eyeliner, lash primer, under eye corrector, or a concealer. One or the other for, is that $61, Renee?
That is.
Okay. And then the color palette is 3 eyeshadows and a blush compact with the applicators that go with that. And the contour highlight package. Oh, I'm sorry, $60 for the color palette. And the contour and highlight is contour, highlight, highlighter, mineral powder foundation, and the mineral powder brush, all for $62. And then we have On Point Brows, brow liner, brow tint. I'm wearing the brow tint, by the way. Can you tell? To cover up the gray. I covered up the gray with the blonde. And the brow and lash brush. Oh, I could not live without the brow and lash brush. It's fabulous. It's how I line my eyes. And that package is $38. And there we are with the Luscious Lips. You know how I feel about lipstick. Oh my gosh. Lip liner, lipstick, and lip gloss. And we have that new line of lip glosses, the new improved formula. They are fabulous, ladies. If you're a lip gloss girl, I'm telling you, you got to get the lip glosses. That's for $45. And then we have the Professional, the customizable Pro Palette, and the brush cleaner. Now that's build your own. It's much larger than this one over here in the second line, but I could fit 2 of those in my makeup drawer. I only have 1 right now, but I'm working on that second one, but I could fit 2 of them in my makeup drawer. And they're nice and stackable, you know, slim line. All that's for $35. And then the brush collection, as I discussed with you earlier, the ones that this one right here is a $55 value. And tonight's deals and steals is you can get on the Cadillac special, you can take all 9 sets for $399. That's the best value, and get a free eye makeup remover. A free one of these. These are $17, the regular price. You get a free one. What a deal. That's a steal. Or the Queen, choose any 5 sets and receive the Pro Palette as your gift. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's another grand value. Or you can go with the Princess and choose any 3 sets and receive the brush collection for just $25. Wow, those are some good deals. Those are awesome. But you can add an all-free makeup remover to any set purchase for only $11. $11. Do you know that's what it cost when I first started in Mary Kay? It's gone up that much over the years, ladies. That was back in 2009. I've got one customer that buys this from me, and she said, do you know I've been buying this from you since it was $11, and I'm still buying. I said, it's because it's fabulous, right? You know, she buys twice a year, 7 bottles twice a year. That's what she gets. Love her for that. So with all of this, be sure you contact your consultant if you're interested in any of the specials that we have tonight. I'm sure they would love to hear from you and work with you on that. Don't forget the peek into pink, you know. You want to get your name in that drawing and, you know, utilize with your consultant any other free products that come with that. So, Renee or Jen, do we have any other questions out there?
I think we're good. I think everybody understood everything. I don't have any questions on our side.
Okay. Well, it's good that to be a part of everyone's life tonight, and thank you for allowing me in your home, and welcome to my home. This is my little pink room where I conduct all my Mary Kay business. Well, most of it, you know, except for when I'm out visiting with customers. So with that, ladies, I guess I can say farewell and good night, and I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. If you have any questions, get with your consultant. Get with me if you have questions. I'm happy to help anyone. Thank you, ladies. Good night.
Good night.
Night.